You might be wondering by the title of this video, why am I even making a MacBook Air 2017 benchmark video in late 2018? And more significantly, you might be wondering, why am I even making a MacBook Air 2017 benchmark video in the first place? Seems really weird, right? Well, anyways, that's the only personal computer that I have at the moment, so I am stuck with it for a while now. I mean, nevertheless, this bad boy runs a Core i5 dual core clocked at 1.8 GHz, I believe. And yeah, it's not a quad core, it's a dual core. I mean, for the price you pay, you at least expect this shit to have at least a quad core. But no, only a fucking dual core. Still not bad, but not something I would recommend. And, well, for starters, the MacBook Air is just a low-priced MacBook. That's all it is. And by low price, I mean $1,000. And comes with only 120 gigabytes of SSD. That's it. Well, anyways, let's see what this bad boy can do in terms of gaming. Well, in short, it can barely do jack shit. But that does not mean it cannot play games. It obviously can, but just not at the best playable experience. As you can already tell by the clips I've presented on the screen, the results were not that fabulous. Even esports games had a hard time maintaining the frame rate at 1080p. And well, disappointingly, it even had a hard time keeping up the frame rate at 720p. Well, in this case, the 1080p part was more so 900p because that's all that this screen can fit. But anyways, I'll go game by game. Well, I will go with a few games that I thought would probably be the best fit for this flagship laptop. Despite the frame rates that are being presented in the gameplay, League of Legends managed to hold a 40 frames per second average, which was not too bad when it comes to just playing League of Legends. However, if you're planning to stream your gameplay online, don't even think about it. Maybe you could get away with 720p, but 1080p, it will just be a stretch. So that's all the comments I have for League of Legends. So, well, yes, you can definitely play League of Legends on the MacBook Air 2017, but don't expect high results from it. It will, from time to time, face difficulties when it comes to certain areas of the game. Well, when it came to Dota 2, the results were just about okay, kind of like League of Legends, but well, since graphically Dota 2 is more so demanding, it kind of had more difficulties when it came to handling the whole shit overall. So, at 900p, it didn't run that bad, but the thing is, let's say you keep things like Chrome open, it's gonna obviously run like shit. Otherwise, it's gonna run fine at 900p, but make sure you keep it at low settings. The disappointment came when I tried running it at medium 720p. Although I understand that it was probably more graphically demanding too when I cranked up the settings a bit more, I at least expected it to handle it a bit better at 720p. But then again, I didn't experiment with it when it came to medium 900p, so there's an unsolved mystery right there. Well, not unsolved mystery, unsolved experiment. Just like League of Legends, do not try to live stream this. When it came to CSGO, I already knew for a fact that the frame rates were not going to be that good because I already had experienced a lot of stuttering and frame rate drops at 900p, so I knew for a fact that it was going to be terrible. So well, it did. At around 40 to 50 frames per second, I believe. around 30 to 40. But, I mean, not surprisingly anymore, the frame rates were still the same even at 720p. Probably slightly better, but, well, it could not keep its pace. It's just that if you want to play CSGO, just like, League of Legends and Dota 2, it's, you could somewhat play it, but honestly, for CSGO, I would not recommend playing online, since, well, overall, I would not recommend playing CSGO with this frame rate. It's playable, alright, but not the best shit to play on. This is how much it managed to handle when I was not recording. So, not bad for a low pseudo 1080p, but, well, it's still playable, but not the best. Then I tried to run it at 720p low, and the results weren't that different either. Well, 50 FPS at best, yes, but not any different from 900p. Moving away from esports, now we're going to be looking at some more so mid-range AAA game titles like Tomb Raider, which is a AAA game title from 2013. And this is actually not uncommon. Like, Tomb Raider actually always manages to, like, give the Macbook a run for its money. Always. This is not the first time that has done this. Even with, I believe, a MacBook Pro, it managed to, like reach barely, 30 frames per second. That's what I observed. However, if you somehow manage to, run boot camp, it's theoretically a lot better. But anyways, this is barely playable in my opinion. I would not want to play any game on PC at 30 frames per second, except for shitty titles. Now let's look at the results when it's not recording. As you can see, it only still manages to hold only 20 to 25 FPS. Nothing above that. Well, that's all I can hold for now. And well, for 720p low, that's kind of poor. But well, this is not a gaming rig, so it does not really matter. If you're looking to buy a MacBook for gaming, well, you should think about your decision again. Just as old as Tomb Raider, BioShock Infinite was just as much of a powerful game as you'd expect it to be, still holding its true name and fame. So, when it came to recording this, I barely got around 15 frames per second. Maybe I could manage up to 17 and stuff, but it was really hard to keep a consistent, stable frame rate. However, even without recording, it would still appear that it would still drop down to 17 frames per second. Well, it's really unplayable at 720p. As you can see, even when it's locked, we're still having some issues staying at even around 20 to 25 FPS, even at 720p low. For instance, so now it is at 30 frames per second, but just look at it dip below 20 and a bit. Look at that. Doesn't take that long to dip to 17. Well, I mean, it is playable at this rate, but not the best settings out there. Not the best resolution out there, nor the best quality out there. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button if you want to. Otherwise, if you did not enjoy it, make sure to hit the dislike button and let me know what I did wrong in the video. I'll try my best to improve on how my videos go, since, well, I don't have that much practice to begin with. If you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments below, and if you have any opposing opinions about the benchmark, or about what I said in the video, make sure to let me know if you want to. I am always open to opposing or new ideas. That's it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it overall. And make sure to check out my other videos as well. I'll be linking some of them on my video right now, but you're free to go ahead and see them or not. And subscribe if you want to. And that'll be it. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Good day, mate.